thought we played really well defensively in the first half, and I thought we started getting a little tired in the second half. I think that's part of playing 3 games in a week, and it's still this early in the season. You know, we're barely into November, and we lined up to play 3 games in 1 week. So I thought some conditioning caught up to us, and I think the biggest factor you can tell that by is our free throw percentage. We shot 34 of 38 on Wednesday at Langston for 90%, and today we shot 54% from the foul line. So I thought conditioning was the glaring thing for me today, but I'm excited. We finally found our three-point shot because we kind of been struggling with that at first couple games. So it was good to see Terrence and Rydell get going from the perimeter today.
Both of those guys had runs in which they scored, seems like 3 3-pointers in a row, each of them. Rydell to start the second half and Terrence a little bit later in the half. Those two guys, Terrence showed it on Wednesday. He scored 38. Those two guys can easily go for 30 on any one night. How important is it to have 2 of those guys on your team?
You know, well, we got about 2.5 right now because we also got Lou Dunbar, who's getting healthy day by day. You know, he's still floating around 80-85% as far as ability with his knee and recovering from that knee injury. So, you know, as we get healthy and as we start moving deeper into this month and into December as we open league play, you know, we got some guys that can put some points on the board. And you know, Sam Williams has shown that as well with his first couple games as well. So, you know, I think we're hard to guard at times when we're playing fast and we're moving and we're cutting fast. You know, today we hit kind of a segment in the second half where I don't know why we went into stall mode, and that's just not how we're going to play this year. You know, this team, we want to play fast. We want to get down the floor. We want to put some points on the board. And I thought, you know, fatigue caught up with us, and I thought the fact we started trying to stall, and we're just not great at that yet.
As far as Lou is concerned, he doesn't seem to get as much in a consecutive period of time. Is it a situation where his conditioning is a little behind because of his injury and he's just not getting the minutes consecutively that maybe he's used to?
It's not so much his conditioning, it's more his explosiveness on his first 2 steps. I mean, you can kind of see defensively, you know, guys are kind of getting by him in a hurry and we're having to overhelp to recover for him. And so we're trying to find better positions to put him in, but as he keeps recovering, you know, it's just going to be a process for us. You know, I want to get him back to where we were at last season, and you know, I'm having to understand we have to take a little bit of time to get him there, which is a little bit of frustration for me because you know, you want results in a hurry, but we understand it's a process, and we're getting him there slowly but surely. But you know, I think he's a couple weeks away until we can get him really close to being 100% again.
How did you feel about your point guard play today from both Howell and Ellis? I felt like there were a few times where they maybe kind of over-dribbled a little bit and it got them into trouble. Did you feel that way?
I did. You know, that's part of them being accustomed to the speed we're trying to play at. I'm asking John to play a little bit faster than we have in the past. Mark's coming in as a new player, and he's still figuring out what we're doing. You know, his first 2 games were pretty good. You know, production-wise, he hasn't accomplished what we'd like for him to yet, and I know he has it in him, and that's kind of the challenge I've been putting in front of him is, you know, I apologized to him at halftime because I told him, I'm sorry, I want you to be so good. And I think he has a chance, and I think John has a chance to be really good for us this year at that position. And I like playing them both together, too, because they're really fast and they can really guard their tail off. And when we have them in together, I feel like, you know, we have a higher percentage of a chance to get a stop as well.
Walter Rickett really gave you guys a shot in the arm of energy in the first half. What does he bring to the team when he comes off the bench? Exactly
what you just said. You know, he sparks our team with energy plays, hustle plays, comes up with offensive rebounds, comes up with highlight plays, which excite everybody, which is awesome. Got to keep him out of foul trouble. You know, that's been the biggest thing with him is, you know, he gambles and takes himself out of position sometimes, and then he ends up getting himself into foul trouble. So if we could keep him on the floor a little bit longer, I'd be a little bit happier with him in the first half because each game we've played this year, I feel like he's picked up 2 quick ones in the first half and then has to sit most of the half. So we're working on that with everyone because Rydell's done the same thing as well the last 2 games. So we're working on that slowly but surely to clean some of this stuff up. But it's really, you know, us just doing things we don't practice and then them picking up fouls for it.
Last week we talked about how you were going to have so many games in the upcoming week, and then the Midwestern State game gets postponed. Is that going to be rescheduled, and how does your next few days look?
It's going to be rescheduled for the middle of this month. We're still finalizing that date. You know, it actually benefited us in the long run that we had to move it because it gave us an extra day to prep for Langston. So we really like that at least. But, that will be a game we make up. But, next week's huge for us. We play Northern New Mexico and Ecclesia next week over at Mid-America Christian, and that's going to be a Wednesday and Friday game for us. And Northern New Mexico has, played 2 or 3 teams that we're very, very familiar with, very close, and so we know it's going to be a challenging opponent for us come Wednesday. So, we're trying to get some work done as a staff and work ahead a little bit, so make sure our team's prepared. But we got to keep getting better in practice. That's been the biggest thing with this team. We've kind of had some ups and we've kind of had some downs when it comes to practice, and I'm just hoping we can get a little bit more consistent in that area, because I think that's what's going to help us in the long run.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot. 84-82, the final score. OCU defeats Southwestern Oklahoma State today. Stars on the road at the Gulke Activity Center next week for a pair of games. And so follow OCUsports.com for those results. And until next time, we will talk to you soon on the OCU Sports Network.